Hi ladies, thank you so much for inviting me to be a part of your conference experience. I want to send a special thank you to you, Pastor Celeste. My husband and I are fans of yourself and Pastor Willem, so any opportunity to speak into the heart of your community is an incredible honor. You are stalwarts in the faith to us, and we appreciate and honor you so much. So ladies, today I'm going to be speaking to you about mourning or grieving. And some of you may be thinking, well, that's a little off topic, given that our theme for this conference is peace and putting the pieces together, regaining our peace, as it were. Stick with me, it'll make sense in the end. So the word peace in English can speak about the absence of conflict, the absence of war, for example. It can also speak to a state of stillness or quietness. So that is the freedom from any disturbance. These are all really great definitions, but I find that the Hebrew word shalom is so much deeper and so much more rich in the way that it captures the idea of peace, the essence of peace. So, as you well know, the word for peace in Hebrew is shalom, and what it in its essence speaks to is not only the absence of something, but it also speaks to the presence of something. It speaks to a completeness, a wholeness that is experienced. I am particularly fascinated by how it speaks to the soul's well-being. When David, for example, goes to his brothers to deliver the goods that his father has sent him to deliver, when he inquires about how they are doing, he says, "How is your shalom? How is your shalom?" He is asking them, how is the state of your soul? And I believe this is because what he understood of the state of the soul is almost like, if you would imagine with me, one unit, right, that has many parts. So it's this complex unit or system rather that has many parts, and all these parts need to exist in a particular way or coexist in a particular way in order for wholeness or completeness to be experienced. And when one of those parts is not able to exist within the system, within the unit in a way that allows for shalom to be experienced, then the well-being of the soul is compromised in a sense. And that can happen because of the presence of fear. That can happen because of the presence of distress. That can happen for many reasons. I want to put it to you that as a globe, as a nation, as families, as individuals, our well-being, our shalom has been messed with a little bit. I want to put it to you that our parts may be struggling to coexist in this system in a way that's allowing for wholeness and completeness to be experienced. Today, I want to speak particularly to the system that is our own personal life, that is our soul. I know that I am a complex person. I'm not one-dimensional at all. And I believe it's the same for you. I have many roles. I have many desires. I have many hopes, many dreams. I'm a mom. I'm a sister. I'm a friend. I'm a pastor. I'm an entrepreneur. I love reading. I want to travel the world. There's so many things. And all those parts, when I am experiencing wholeness and peace, all of those are able to coexist in a way where they complement each other, where there's a rhythm, there's a flow that I experience in my soul. Because of this trauma that we have experienced, I know personally for myself that there's been a disequilibrium. And when that happens, I believe it is important for us to stop, to sit, to assess. And one of the really important things for us to assess and look over is what we have lost in this season. What have you lost in this season? We have a friend in our congregation who has had an incredible loss, where they have lost their life partner in this season. I know that for myself, I feel like I have lost a sense of freedom from disruption, because I've had to be at home all the time with my children, with my work, with my husband. Yes, that is a blessing, but it has taken a sense of freedom from me, that where I've chosen to ignore it, I haven't experienced shalom. But where I've chosen to acknowledge that this is what I've lost, as futile or self-indulgent as it may sound, when I have sat and acknowledged that loss and grieved and mourned that loss, it has allowed my soul to come back to a place of shalom. How do we grieve? How do we process our losses? Well, the first thing is to stop, like I said. You need to stop. The second thing is to assess and be honest about the things that you've lost. I have a very intimate kind of relationship with grief, and that I've lost many important people in my life, and I've tried to walk through those losses in various ways. But I want you to know that there is only one real and tangible way to move from a place of loss to a place of peace. And that way is only bridged by bringing your loss to the Prince of Peace. Isaiah 9, speaking about the Messiah, promises that he will come. He will be our wonderful counselor. He will be our eternal Father. But he will also be our Prince of Peace, our Prince of Shalom. You cannot process loss without mourning, without grieving. And the only way to grieve is to walk the journey with the Prince of Peace, because he is the only one who holds shalom in his hands, and he is the only one who has the capacity and the generosity to give it to us in a way that our parts begin to come together again, and we can once again experience wholeness and completeness. I hope that this word was a blessing to you. And above that, I hope that this conference is a blessing to you. And I pray that as you go through this and you come to the end of this, that you will feel your parts and pieces coming together, and you will experience the shalom that God promises for us. Amen.